Hi everyone. In this video lesson, we're going to look at some word problems that may or may not be proportional. And there's multiple ways to solve these types of problems, but I'm going to use two different ways. I'm going to use proportions and I'm going to use a table of values to help us solve these problems. So let's get started. Troy earns $15 an hour doing yard work. How much will he earn for 4 hours? Is this relationship proportional? Why or why not? So I'm going to start solving this by using a table of values. So we'll put time here, money earned here. So if he works 1 hour, he makes $15. How much will he make if he works 4 hours? So what we can do here is go back and look up here. 15 divided by 1 is $15. Basically, that is the unit rate. So if he works 1 hour, he is making $15. 4 times 15 is 60. So let's see if this is proportional. 15 divided by 1, that's 15. So our constant ratio that's represented by K is 15. 60 divided by 4 is also 15, so K is 15. So this relationship is proportional because it has a constant ratio of 15. Proportional because it has a constant ratio of K equals 15. Now, I could have solved this using a proportion. So if we're going to write proportions, we have to be careful that the ratio on each side of the equation is the same, that they actually mirror each other on both sides of the equation. So here's what I'm talking about. So we can do this. Money earned over time equals money earned over time. So let's solve this problem with a proportion like that. So if he makes $15 for 1 hour of work, how much will he make if he works 4 hours? Since we put time on the bottom, 4 will go over here. How much money will he make after 4 hours? Well, that's what we're trying to find. That's X. Now we can solve this proportion by taking the cross product. X times 1 is X. And 15 times 4 is 60. So he will make $60. So again, you can use a table of values like that here, or you can write a proportion to solve these types of problems. Let's go on to number 2. And I'm going to start with the table of values for that one too. John buys 4 bags of cat food for $24. So we'll put number of bags here, and we'll put cost here. So if he buys 4 bags, it will cost $24. If he buys 6 bags, we'll put 6 here. Well, let's find what the unit rate is. 24 divided by 4, that means each one bag cost us $6. If we buy 6 bags, that's 6 times 6, so that's 36. And now the question, is it proportional? Well, let's see if it has a constant ratio. 24 divided by 4 is 6. 36 divided by 6 is 6. So it has a constant ratio of 6, so it is proportional. Proportional because it has a constant ratio. We'll say K equals 6. All right, so let's solve that using a proportion. So if we were writing a proportion, we would do this. Bags, number of bags, over cost. Bags, again, number of bags, over cost. All right, so let's write that proportion. 4 bags will cost us $24. What if we're going to buy 6 bags? Bags go on top. How much will that cost us? We'll put X over here. So 4 times X, we'll take the cross product. 4 times X is 4X. 24 times 6 is 144. Divide both sides by 4 to get X by itself. You're going to find that X is 36. All right, let's keep going. Number 3. The ratio of sugar to flour is 2 to 8. If 6 tablespoons of sugar is used, how many tablespoons of flour is needed? So we're going to go ahead and use a table. We'll put sugar here and flour here. If we use 2 tablespoons of sugar, we'll have to use that with 8 cups of flour. So what if we use 6 tablespoons of sugar? How many cups of flour will we need? Well, let's check for the unit rate. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So if we take 4 times 6, that'll give us 24. So 6 tablespoons will need 24 cups of flour. Let's solve the same problem with the proportion. And we'll do sugar over flour. I'm talking about amounts here. Sugar over flour. So you will use 2 tablespoons for 8 cups. If you use 6 tablespoons, how many cups will you use? Well, we'll let that be X. And now we'll take the cross product. 2 times X is 2X. 8 times 6 is 48. And we'll divide both sides by 2. And we'll get that X equals 24. And that's exactly what we got when we did the table of values. All right, let's go to number 4. The money used in Jordan is called dinars. The exchange rate is 2 dinars to $3. Find how many dollars you would receive if you exchange 2 dinars. So let's use the table of values first. Dinars, dollars. So if you have 2 dinars, that'll get you $3. If you have 22 dinars, how much will that get you? Well, let's find the unit rate. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. That's the unit rate. All right, so 22 times 1.5, the unit rate, that'll be $33. All right, so 22 dinars will get you $33. Let's use a proportion to solve this problem. So we'll do dinars over dollars equals dinars over dollars. All right, so if you have 2 dinars, that'll get you $3. Well, what if you have 22 dinars? How much will that get you? So that's X. So now we can take the cross product. 2 times X is 2X. 3 times 22, that's 66. Divide both sides by 2, and X is 33. And that's exactly what we got when you used the table. All right, let's go to number 5. We'll start again with a table of values. We have Ava and James. We'll put Ava here and James here. Ava is 2 years old. Her brother James is 6 years old. So Ava is 2, James is 6. In 2 years, Ava will be 4 years old. So add 2 here, she will be 4. Add 2 here, he will be 8. So how old is her brother? He's 8 after 2 years. Is this relationship proportional? Well, let's see if it has a constant ratio. 6 divided by 2 That's 3. 8 divided by 4, that's 2. So there is no constant ratio. Therefore, this is not proportional. No, not proportional. There is no constant ratio. All right, moving on to number 6. We'll use the table again. Hector is 9 years old. We'll put Hector here. And Camilla is 3 years old. We'll put Camilla here. Hector is 9. Camilla is 3. In 6 years, Hector will be 15. So let's add 6 to 9. He will be 15. Let's add 6 to 3. She will be 9. Is this relationship proportional? Well, let's check and see. 3 divided by 9, y divided by 9, y divided by x, 3 over 9 is 1/3. 9 divided by 15, let's see what that is. Divide this by 3, you get 3. Divide this by 3, you get 5. See, we get 1/3 here, 3/5 here. It is not proportional. So we can't use a proportion because it's not proportional. Okay? All right, let's go on. Why or why not? Let me finish that. It has no there is no constant ratio. That's the problem. All right, let's go on to number 7. The ratio of a female to male attending a movie is 5 to 2. So 5 female, 2 male. That means there are a total of 5 people. 5 plus 2, 7 people. It's 5 plus 2, there are 7 people. So when we write our proportion, we want that to be female over total equals female over total. And I mean the number of females. And we'll have to write 2 proportions. We'll do the same thing for male. We'll do male, number of male, over total people equals male, again, number of male over total people. All right, so let's go ahead and find out how many females are there among 140 given the ratio of 5 to 2. Well, there's 5 female out of a total of 7 people. The total people is 7 people. 5 female, 2 male gives us a total of 7 people. If we have 7 people, 5 of them are female. Well, what if we have 140 people? How many of them are female? So that's x. We can take the cross product. 7 times x is 7x. 5 times 140 is 700. Divide both sides by 7, and you're going to get x equals 100. So there's 100 females. All right, let's go ahead and check for male. We should actually know, because if we have 100 females, that means we have 40 males. Let's go ahead and do it and double check. Okay, so the number of males, if we have 2 males among 7 people, how many males do we have among 140? How many? We don't know. We'll find out. So let that be x. 2 times 140 is 280. 7 times x is 7x. Divide both sides by 7, and you see X is 40. You have 40 males. All right, let's go ahead and go to number 8. You're going to write two proportions for number 8, just like we did number 7, because there's different parts. You have the literature and the grammar here. All right, let's look at this problem. An English book consists of 2 sections, literature and grammar, in a ratio of 3:2. How much of each type of content will be needed to make the book of 150 pages? So you have 3 pages literature, and you have 2 pages grammar. That means you have a total of 5 pages in this ratio of 3:2. So when we write our proportion, it's going to look like this: literature pages over total pages. Literature pages over total pages. All right, let's try that. So if we have 3 literature pages in a total of 5 pages, how many literature pages do we have if we have a total of 150 pages? So we take the cross product. So it's going to be 5x equals 3 times 150 is 450. We can divide both sides by 5. So that means x equals 90. So we'll have 90 pages of literature. How many pages of grammar will we have? We have to do the same thing. Grammar pages over total pages. Grammar pages over total pages. All right, so if we have 2 grammar pages out of a total of 5, how many grammar pages we have out of a total 150? How many total grammar pages? That will be x. We can take the cross product. 5 times x equals 2 times 150, which is 300. Divide by 5. X equals 60. So we have 90 pages of literature, 60 pages of grammar in this book. So when you have problems like 7 and 8, where you have 2 things and you want to find the amount per item, you're going to have to write 2 proportions. We could have also done this using a table of values. So let me write here 60 pages of grammar. And a table of values would have worked here. You would have to do 2 table of values, one for pages, one for literature and one for grammar.